We're an hour outside of Dublin in the Irish countryside, standing in front of Knockdrin Castle, which is a Georgian country house that's on sale right now for 13.5 million euros, or about $16 million. Now, that's a lot of money for any country house anywhere. What makes this so valuable is the fact that it's sitting on around 1,000 acres that belongs to it. So literally everything you can see belongs to this estate. There's 20,000 square feet of interior space, and let's take a look. So here we are in the main entrance hall, which is obviously very grand and very ornate. You can see the family crests on virtually every wall here and up there, and you can also see this pretty lavish ornament. Now, obviously the hall is an initial statement about the house, but it's also about entertaining. This is the seat of one of the largest landholders in the entire county, and also one of the wealthiest, and so he had tons of people over pretty much constantly. The entire ground floor is meant for entertaining. So we are in the formal library, which is much the same as it was when the house was built. You can see these walls of leather-bound books, which were actually ordered en masse by the owners when they built the house. You can tell that no one's ever read them because the pages are still totally uncut. So obviously this is a relatively cozy space, but it's clearly meant to impress. There's this colossal, highly ornate mantelpiece, beautiful plaster ceiling, and then of course these floor-to-ceiling windows with heavy drapery that look out over the house's thousands of acres. The thing about a 200-year-old home, especially a 200-year-old home at this scale, is that things change. I'm standing in what used to be the ballroom, now it's an office, and now I'm coming into the drawing room, which is now being used for puzzles and study. So the thing is that this is a true country house. It's lived in, it obviously retains this sense of extreme wealth and grandeur, but at the same time, it's really what a lot of people's ideas of a kind of old family home looks like. This house in its own way is actually quite revolutionary in the sense that it was the first house in Ireland to have running water, the first house in Ireland to have electricity, and the first house in Ireland to have central heating. So as we ascend to the second floor where all of the bedrooms are, you can also see this massive domed skylight that lights the house. So we are in one of 7 principal bedrooms in the house, and then there are 6 other bedrooms for children and staff and so forth. This bedroom is notable because it's where Winston Churchill spent several months in the 20s when he was here in Ireland during the Irish Revolution. Obviously the house needs some work. It's definitely not in perfect condition, but you're not just paying for the house. You're also paying for all of this. To our left is a walled garden. To our right are these rolling fields, and what you can't see is literally hundreds of acres of agriculture, several lakes, and then forests and a game preserve, totaling, again, over 1,100 acres. The house is the centerpiece, obviously, but it's not the only thing that you're really buying.